So in this video, I just want to talk about some strategies that you can use as a student to succeed in this remote learning time of our year. The first thing is that don't stress too much. Allow yourself the time to fail and to learn from this process. We're all figuring this out. Try even to have some fun with it, okay? And I know you're getting lots and lots of emails and lots of things to do. Just do the best you can, okay? As long as you can say at the end of the day that you've worked with integrity and effort, that you've done everything yourself to the best of your abilities, then you're going to keep growing. And that's what this is all about. We're not expecting to replace school here. We're expecting for us to keep making progress. So do the best you can. Also, what does that look like, doing the best you can? So here's some ideas. First, be present to the meetups on the light blue classes on the student schedule if you can. If you have internet problems or do not understand what's happening in class or what to do, check with the teacher. Sometimes some of us are posting videos for students that can be there. Some of us post lesson plans, and at the very least, you can email teachers, which brings me to my next point. Continue to communicate with your teachers often. Send emails if you have questions, reply to emails sent directly to you, and continue to communicate. It's the secret to make the best out of this. Which reminds me, in order for communication to work, read things carefully. Don't skip or skim on important announcements sent by teachers or about things that they sent by email, especially if they're directly to you, not to the whole class. If they meant to send it to you, make sure you read it very, very carefully, especially. But even the stuff they sent to the whole class. We only see you 45 minutes per week, so that's why it's important for us to be using the Google Classroom as a communication resource and hub, and for you to read the things that we send carefully. Continue to use your week screen on Summit to make goals each day, not just on the days that you have STL time, but write down the deadlines for projects on the days that they're due, write down the things you want to achieve each day, and keep track of the projects and the work that you have to do that way. Take advantage of workshops offered by teachers on the second half of core meetups, or that mentors will be offering during PFA mentor time in the afternoons on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Actually take advantage of the time on Mondays and Fridays. You have a lot of time on Monday and Friday to work independently on things. Make sure you use that time wisely and get your work done. Take advantage of the time between classes also. If you realize the classes are 45 minutes long, but the teachers are pretty much done after the first 20 minutes with giving you the work for the week, and then they stay on to help with other things. So if you count that time, 20 minutes, until the next class happens, you get those 40 minutes. Those 15 minutes in between classes, you can still continue to work, and that way you will get more stuff done. Take advantage of the teacher's office hours. Consider making an intentional schedule to go to office hours of teachers for classes we were struggling on. So if you have problems with English, maybe show up twice a week for English. If you have problems with math, maybe show up twice a week for math. And make a schedule for yourself. Maybe you even want to come once a week for each of your teachers' office hours and check in. Or maybe you come in just when you have problems, but do take advantage of those office hours to get more one-on-one attention from the teachers. Consider working before 10 a.m. or after 3 p.m. if you're staying behind. If you start falling behind, realize the school is supposed to start at 7:30. It's nice to be able to wake up a little later now, but even if you wake up for office hours at 8:45, you're still getting a little bit more sleep, right? If you wake up a little later, not too much later, you can start doing a little bit of work before the first class at 10 a.m. And then that way you can keep up with what you're supposed to be doing. Or like a normal schedule would require for if you were at school normally, you can work a little bit after school if you've fallen behind. Take math practice time seriously in the afternoon. Actually do the math practice. 45 minutes a week of math instruction, and only a fraction of that is actual instruction, is not going to be enough for you to make sufficient progress. So a good idea is to use MobiMax, use Khan Academy, use the resources sent by your math teacher to make the most out of that. And actually read on late afternoons. If you have problems finding books, you can use these, pause the screen if you have to, and get access to the books online for free if you're a William Park student. And last but not least, remember that the more effort you put in, the better results you are likely to get out. And that the more help you seek, the more help you will get. And then my last thought is, back to number one. Having said everything I did say, don't stress out. These are just some ideas of what you can do to succeed. But the most important thing is to have fun with it, to enjoy yourself while you're doing it, to actually find love in what you're trying to get better, trying to improve yourself. This is the process of education. Make the most out of it.